Hello guys, and welcome back. So previous videos we were able to working on Gmail Flow, we were able to work on the top nav section and the two sidebars. So in this video, we're going to be working on the main area, which is like the area where we get all those messages and our mail. We're going to work on that section in this video. But before we dive in, remember this video is for Nerdy Alliance, which is a community of developers who want to upskill themselves or move to a higher level. So definitely, if you're in this field, you need a community of people, like-minded people, so that you can get to work together with people and make sure you take yourself to the next level. So if you're ever Nerdy Alliance for the first time, please the link to that group will be dropped on the description of this video. So click the link, join the Telegram group, and if you're just new, please try and watch the previous videos and subscribe to our channel. Please like the video, drop your comments. Whatever comment you're having concerning this video, drop your comment. We'd like to hear from you. Say something. So let's go straight to the video. So guys, so what you're seeing now is not what I'm working on. This is what I have to do, so that I won't necessarily have to open my mail every time. So I'm going to be looking at this and trying to replicate what we have now. So what we're working on, we had built this top nav, this left sidebar and the right sidebar. So what we're going to be building today is this mail section. This mail section where you can receive your mails, and also so we have all these, the refresh buttons and the more button, then the email categories, then the various mail where we can tick our mails. We can also decide to star our mail also. So this, we're going to be handling this main section, or this area is what we're going to be handling today. So let's quickly go and open our VS Code and start working. So this is where we stopped the last time, where we handled our right sidebar, where we stopped the last time. So let me quickly open my application so we can start off. So definitely now, once you open your application on your VS Code, you quickly start it. So that's what we're trying to do now. So npm start. Alright, so I already have something running on the second port, which is that one I showed previously. So I'm going to run this on another port. Okay, good. So this is what we're trying to achieve today. We're trying to do this particular section today. This particular section we're going to do today. Alright, good. So you can see now this is where we stopped at the last time. So let's go ahead and handle this, our mail area section. So remember I said we're going to be having various CSS for each section. So we created the main CSS. So that means I'll continue putting every information for this section would be inside of this CSS also. I don't think I need to create another CSS for this. So we have the CSS we use for the header section, CSS for the main section, and so on and so forth. Yeah, good. So this is what we're about to work on today. So the first thing we need to do is to create at least this top section. This let's call it the top wrapper section for our mail area. So this area is what we're trying to create first. So we're going to be creating this first. So let's go ahead and do something. It's quite simple. So you know what, I'm going to create an CSS for that. So I feel this is already filled up, so I'm going to create an CSS for that. So what do we call that now? Let's call it the main area, right? Or mail area CSS. Yeah. So I'm going to create an CSS for that quickly. So let's go to new CSS. I'm calling that mail. Okay, let's say mail.css. So let's call it mail.css. So let's quickly go and attach it to. Let's import it. So let's import. Let's go to our assets /css /mail.css. Alright, let me just drop let me just do a little write up for that. Let me just take this in.
I'll call this CSS for the mail area. All right. And what else do we need to do? Good. So that means every information that's going to go into our mail area is going to come in here. All right. So that means we need to create another component entirely for that. We need to create a component for these mail areas. Good. So all right. So definitely that's based out of this main section. So the main section has all these. So I'm going to creating another component for our mail area. So let's create a component. Let's call a new file. Let's call this mail area .jsx. So you can call it whatever you want though. I don't think this mail area sounds perfect, but just give it something. So this is going to be a component carrying other components in it. So okay, so let's go ahead and come up with our component. So I'm going to be using RAFCE. So this is a very short way of coming up with your arrow function. Again, okay, so this is what we have now. So now we'll import. So let me just type something in here. So let's just say mail everything about mail comes in here. All right. So let's quickly export this down there. So what did we call it? Call it mail area, right? So by then it's going to automatically import it for me. All right, is that what I called it? Yes, mail area. So why is it not showing up? Okay. So let's import it ourselves since it's not. I was looking for the fastest way of trying to import this, but since it's not showing, let's go ahead and import ourselves. So I'm going to be having import mail area. Good. So now let's have it in here now. Mail area and save. So if what we have here is displaying on our page, that means we are very correct. Good. So you see everything about mail comes in here. That's perfect on 9s. Perfect on 9s, right? Good. So that we can start our work here. Very simple. So to an extent, there's no need for this. I can close this for now and come back to it later. And this main CSS can be closed for now. On right sidebar closed for now. I don't really need you. Let's just leave this for now here. So this is what we're going to be working on. So the first thing we need to work on is what? This area of our mail. So I'm going to call this mail top bar. So I'm going to call this mail top bar. Let's call this mail top bar. All right. I'm calling this mail top bar. Okay. So I'd love to create another. I'd love to quickly create another component for that, but let's not spend more time doing that. So let's create so I'm going to create a div now and give this a class, and the class name is going to be what? It's going to be mail top bar. I'm calling this mail top bar, right? So what are the content of our mail top bar? What do we have in our mail top bar? We have this checkbox that we'll get from material UI, not the icon, but material UI core. Then we'll get this refresh button and this more button, right? So let's go to material.ui. Okay, so we already installed this. I'm going to show you checkbox. We're going to get in from yes, let's get checkbox. So the checkbox we are getting here is, we're not getting it directly from material.ui icon, we're getting from the core itself, because it will enable us click and have all this effect on it. So we're going to be able to do this on each of it. Alright, so that's what we're going to be getting also. So to quickly import it, let's just quickly import it from where we need to import it. So probably not waste time trying to let's just quickly import this checkbox very well, because I've written this down already. So I'm going to show you how we're going to be importing it. So we're going to import checkbox from, we're going to import checkbox, sorry, capital letter, import checkbox from material UI core. Remember I said it's core, not the actual icon itself. Core, then checkbox. Good. So that's one of the things we're going to be importing. What's the next thing we'll be importing out? So what's the next thing? The next one we're importing is, okay, is this refresh icon. Remember, you're going to get refresh icon from icon, which I showed you guys how to get icon. If you search for icon here, you will find your way to icons, material icons. Alright, so do I have a material icon? Yes, so if you search for icons, you will find your icon there. So you search for icon here, you're going to find it. So I'm quickly going to type that immediately. So we're going to be having import refresh icon, all right, refresh icon from material.ui icon / refresh. Okay, what else are we getting? So we are getting the last one, which is more. So import more vet icon. So you could search for this on material.ui. You find what I'm typing. They're just the same thing. I just don't want to go to the time of searching for it, and so I'm just putting it quickly. It's material.ui icon / more vet. So we're having more vet. Oh no, sorry. Material UI icons / more. I think that's all we need. That also, let's quickly start fixing all these in. Let's start fixing them in. So the checkbox comes in here. So the checkbox, that's one. Then there's one more icon we need to get. So we call this the icon button. There's one icon we need to get. We call it the icon button. I will explain what the icon button does also. So it's also for material UI core. It's we call this the icon button for material UI core. Icon button. Icon button. So we're going to get in it for material UI core also. I will explain what this icon button does or how it's going to assist us. So good. So let's see what we've dropped in the checkbox, right? Let's see what we have first of all. Okay. I'm going to need to reload this. Why is it giving me an error? So module not found, material more vet. That's the same. Let me search for it. More vet. Copy. Nice. So I'm going to paste this here. Or let me just paste this down here. Ctrl V and take off this. So do we have it now? Good. Okay, so you can see this is our checkbox, but it's not the color I want it to be. It's supposed to be in red. It's exactly what this is. What could be the cause of this? What could be the cause of that? Oh, okay. Now, so I think I know the reason why it is not showing in red. I think it's because of the CSS we did in our header section. I think so. So I think there's a CSS that's overriding it, that's making it not show in that form. So that's what we're going to sort out now. So quickly go to your I think yes, is it main CSS? Okay, let's go to our header CSS. I think there's a yes, good. Let's go to our header CSS. Good. Let's go to that. So when we styled this, what it did was that it gave. So remember, we said every material UI icon comes with this class here, MUI SVG icon -root. So that means because of this styling we have dropped here, that means all our icons would have this color. All icons would have this color. So I'm going to remove this and probably give each of the icons a class so that we could style them separately. So I'm going to comment this out first of all. All right. Then I'm going to uncomment this. So I think this was the class we gave to the icons on the top nav section. So what we'll simply do will be to so you can see this one is still in that same color. All we need to simply do is to give all these icons here on this side a class so that they can have that particular shade of color on it. That's what I'm going to do. Give them a class. All right. So you see the top nav still has it. So I think that was the reason why this was showing in that color. So currently, so you can see now this color currently. So let's see if we could quickly do that very fast, or I will probably leave that for let's see if we quickly do that. So let's go to our our left side. Let's see if we quickly do that now. Okay. This would waste our time. We could just skip that and go to something else. Okay. So let's just start that. Let's just start that quickly. So left sidebar. Where are all the icons in left sidebar? So we have mail option wrapper. Mail option wrapper. We have all these. So I'm going to call these. So let's give them a class name. So we're doing this quickly so that we could have them in that particular call. So let's call them. So let's say left side bar icon here. So I'm going to just copy all these classes and paste them. So copy, Ctrl V, Ctrl V. So quickly pasting them so that they would have the same class and you can easily style them up. So that is left side bar icon. So this is one part of the left side bar icon. What else do we have on our left side? Okay, we have a connect wrapper, so we need to go to connect also. So where are the icons on connect? Ctrl V, space this here quickly. What else? I think that's all. So quickly, let's go ahead and style this. So definitely, the styling has to be in our main CSS, right? Main CSS. I'm going to put it up after this, or let's put it here. Control V. So I'm going to take off this. Dot. Let's quickly style this. Color. What color are we giving to it? What color do we use? What color do we use here? Perfect. So this is what we want. Control copy. Save this. Go down and let's paste this here. Let's save this also. So let's see what we have. Okay, fine, that's good. So they're all back to that color, so we can move on. So I can go ahead and close all this. Main CSS by header CSS. I don't need you, bye. So good. So let's start. So you could see now we have our checkbox. The next thing we need to bring in is our refresh icon and more vet icon. So if you can see on this page here, this previous one. So you see whenever we click on this, you could see this ripple effect that happens. The reason why it's happening is because of this icon button. So this icon button is what adds that effect. So that means all our icons needs to be in this icon button for us to have that effect. So this is what I'm going to be doing. So I will bring in my icon button, open and close. So we'll drop in the refresh button now. Refresh icon, refresh icon comes in. Do the same thing also for so icon button again, icon button, open and close. Then you could drop in our more vet. So we have a more vet icon. Good. So let's save and see what we have. Good. So you could see now we have that ripple effect. That's courtesy because of that icon button we currently have. Because of the icon button, that's why these two are having these effects on it when we click on it. So you see of that icon button. All right. So what else do we need to do? So we need to move it to the side and style this our top nav section. So let's quickly style our top nav our mail top bar. Let's go and style this. Copy. Good. So that's the first thing about launching into this. So Control V. So let's style this quickly. Let's first thing first. Let's give it the padding. Give it the padding left of, let's say, 20 px, and give it a height of say 8 px. Let's do that first and see what we have. Okay, we'll not do anything yet. And let's give it a border bottom. A border bottom of 1 px, solid, light gray, and save. Okay, that's fine. So good. So you could see exactly what we wanted. So now we're done reading this top nav section quickly. That's just all of it. That's top nav. We're done with that. So next thing we need to do now is quickly build this our mail category section. This is like the mail category where we have primary, social, and promotion. So mail category, that's what we're going to next. So let's quickly build our mail category section. That's I don't think there's anything so much in this section. Let's quickly do that. Okay, so mail area. So we're done with the mail top now. Once this gets filled up, we'll break them into components quickly. So let's create a div. We're going to give this a class and call it mail category section. Mail category section. All right. male category section. What we're going to do next, male category section. What are we going to have in the male category section? We need to have at least three. I need to have at least 3 of these sections in it. Alright. I need to have at least 3 of these sections in it. So which are 1, 2, and 3. So let's quickly handle that. How are we going to do that? What do you think we need to do for us to achieve that? What do we need to do, guys? What do you think we need to do? It's very simple. So let's go ahead and so first of all, we need to import these icons. So these, and these. Alright. So I think this icon we use for inbox, and what's the name again? The icon we use for inbox again. Let's search for it. Just type let's type message. But no, the icon we used for inbox. No, I don't think it's message. I think this has to do with what exactly is the name? Let's type inbox. Okay, fine. Yes, alright, inbox. So we're copying this. Copy. Let's place this down here. Inbox. What else is the next one? We need to get people. Let's get people icon. People icon. People. Alright, is it this or this? Hold on, let's see what. Okay, yeah. So we're going to be getting what we're going to be getting, man. So this is what we're going to in here. Copy this and paste down. And what's the last one? The last one is what? I think that's called local offer. Yeah. So this is. So let's search for that looks like a tag though. What's it called? It's called local offer or something. Yes, local offer, perfect. So we're looking for. Copy these and let's paste it here too. Alright, this is our male category section. So let's quickly go into it and sort them out. Alright, so we're going to be creating. So let's create the first div for it. The first div will have so the inbox icon will come in. Inbox icon, yes, come in. Inbox icon is going to come in with our text next after it. So we're going to have our text after it, which is primary. Alright, which is primary. Then next one comes in our div also. What we're bringing in now, we're going to bring in the people icon. Yes, people icon. And what's the text that comes after people icon? We would have what? Social. Okay, then the last one is what? The last one is what? The last one is our local offer. That's where promotion comes in. Local, alright, no, I think I made a mistake. So that's good. So local offer. Let's call this promotion. Wrongly. Promotion. Is it promotions or promotion? We'll see what it is though. That's no problem. So let's see. So good. So this is how it is. Okay, promotion. So I was a bit correct. So this is what we have currently now. Primary, social, and that. Primary, social, and that. So we need to apply styling to. We need to work on it immediately. So first of all, we need to. What are we doing first? What do we need to do first to this male category section? How do we handle it? How do we get them to be in place? All right, how do you get them to be in place? So quickly, let's create it first of all. So male category section. Let's copy this. So we'll give it a grid. All right. Let me just reset this. Male category. Male category. Control V. No. So let's give it display grid. Display grid. Very fast. Then let's do our grid template. Grid template colon. So let's say let's do 14%. 14%. Sorry. 10% and let's allow the other one take whatever is left. Let's see what we would have. Okay, but it's not how we want it to look like. Okay, so this will simply do. So let's give both of them 20% each. 20%, 20%, 20%. All right. Then let's align them. Align item. Says center. Let's see what we have. Okay. Good. So let's leave that for now. So according to now, it would not really go. We're not giving it a particular height for now. So let's just leave it this way. Let's just leave it like this. So display grid, and let's give them at 20%. All right. So the next thing we need to do is we need to grid. So I'm taking off this center for now. I'll bring it in later. So because you won't find the effect currently now. So let's leave it this way. So we have the male category section. So we need to now work on each of these category. So we're going to give them a class. We're going to give them the same class. I'm going to call in this male. Let's call it male category. Let's give it male category. I'm going to give them the same class. Copy. Now let's apply our own styling to this again. So make category section for that. Control V, male category. So in this case again, we'll still need to grid them, and also again we'll need to grid again. So display gridding between the two icons. So we're going to be having display grid template colon. Now we'll give it 14%, and let's do 12% first and auto. 12% and then auto. Good. 12% and auto. So good. I think that you can see that there's a little spacing in between each of it. Alright, so is that? You think 14% is okay? Okay, yes, I think it's fine. So 12% is okay. So what next do we need to do now? So we need to let's change the cursor. Let's change the cursor to pointer 1. What next? And let's change the color of our icons and our text. So color, our exact color. So that's 5.7. All right. I probably need to create a root and have this color as my primary color and keep repeating it instead of what I'm doing. So let's see what we're having currently. Okay, good. So this is what we have currently now. What's the next thing we need to do? Let's give this a padding to bring it to exactly the same spot where this is. Remember, we give that one a padding of 20px. Let's try padding left 20px and see 20px. Okay, so that 20px is not exactly on the same spot. Okay, so I'm going to be using percentage for this now. if we make it let me make it 30. 30 does not work. I'm going to use percentage for it and quickly get it to where I want it to be. Okay, perfect. So 30 px has worked exactly for it. Padding left 20 px. So we need to give it padding top and bottom also. So top and bottom has to be the exact thing. So instead of doing this is what we're going to be doing. So we're going to have padding. So we're going to use padding shorthand. Top and bottom. So top definitely comes first. So let's give a top of let's do 15 px top, right 0, bottom 15 px also, then 30 px for our left. Let's save and see what we have. Good. I think I have exactly what I want to have. Perfect. Good. Exactly. Okay. So I think I can bring in my align item center and see. Yes. Align item center. Okay. Did he make so much? I don't think he added any. I don't think I added any effect that way. So I don't think I added any effect. So it's not so important. So let's take that off. Good. So let's just continue what we're doing. So I think that's all for this. So I sorted this out. The next thing I need to do is the fact that there's an hover effect whenever we hover over each of these sections. So you can see that an hover effect for each section. So that's what we need to sort that out next now. So let's just quickly give this mail category. So mail category, it's very simple. Hover. So what's our hover color? So let's just give it a background. The background color of what? The same exactly. No. So how come it's coming up in this? Using the wrong color. Oh, sorry. I think I typed something wrong. I'm using the wrong color. So hash. Sorry, F5, F7. Sorry, got typed the wrong color. Hash F5, F7. How did I even get this? This color to exist here? I used the wrong color also, so it's supposed to be F5. 5F6 3 6 8. I was wondering where did all these colors come from. What was I doing? Okay, so good. So you could see the hover effect on each of it. So whenever we hover over it, this is what we have. Whenever we hover, this will be what we have. So aside that, then there's a special style that's assigned to this primary section of our category where it's red, and because it's the current section where it is red, and we have this underline hover effect on it. So let's quickly work on this. So what we need to do is to give this primary area its separate styling, or a separate class, also different from normal mail categories. I'm going to call in this primary mail. Let's call it primary mail. Copy. Now let's go and add our styling to it. Primary mail, and add our styling to it. Control V. Primary mail. First of all, let's work on the color first. What color are we giving to it? So we need to let's give it #D 93025. Good. So let's see. Good. That's one. The next thing is to make our font weight bold. Next one will be to make our font weight bold. Alright. Okay, good. Then we also have this underline effect. So what I'm going to do here for this is that I'm going to bring this, I'm going to style this separately as a div of its own. I mean the underline effect is going to be a div of its own, because if we use our border bottom, it won't be exactly. Let me show an example now. So if we were to use border bottom for this now, let's say we'll make it 3px solid and put the same red here. It won't give us it won't yeah, so perfect, good. So yes, we have it exactly there, but it would not we won't be able to style it the way we want to style it. So because you can see now, if you look closely, you can find out that there's there are curves on this section. So I don't know if you could see the curve around it. So there are curves on it, one at the two side, then the spacing in between it. So we won't be able to do that perfectly well. So for us to do that, so if you do the exact fine, it's going to come. But I would want to create a div entirely and style this particular section on its own. Alright. But if you're okay with yours being this way, where it starts from, that's fine. But I don't think I want mine to be in that form. So I'm going to comment this out one. So and I said for me to do that, I need to this is what I need to do. I will need to create a div here. Sorry. Create a div here and call this give this a class name and call this what we call it, let me call this primary mail border. Primary mail border. Let's save this. So let's copy our class. Copy this class here. Control copy. Okay. So for me to do that, I will need to so that means I need to make this, give this a relative position 1. Then Control V. So I'll show you guys the reason why I'm doing it this way. But if you prefer the other way, that's fine, that's good. I'll show you this one doing it this way. So I'm going to give it a position first of all. Make it an absolute position 1. Alright. Bottom 0. Alright. And the next thing we need to do is so our left would have 2% in it. Right, would have 2% in it also. What next? So let's give it so now, you know, since it's not a full width, so we need to give it, let's give it a width of like so calculating it 2 plus 8, so let's give it to 96%. All right, give it a width of 96%. Then now border radius on it. Border radius. So border radius now it can allow us style, give a curve to the 4 sections, and we know the styling was not for all sections. So I'm going to give 5px this first. So that means this first one is going to go to the top left section. 5px again. This will go to the top right section. All right. Now bottom right would have nothing, and bottom left would have nothing. All right. So let's see what we have. Let's give the background first of all. The background color. So now we have our background color there, and then let's give it a height. A height of maybe like 3px. 3px is too much. We'll reduce it to maybe like 2px. Let's save and see what we have. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So you could see that little curve on this side, and on this side also you can see that little curve. So it's done by the border radius. So we give border radius to just the top left section and the top right section. So that's exactly what we have here. This one is a bit slimmer. So unlike when we would just unlike when, for example, when we comment out this. So let's say I comment out this. So comment out this and bring in this. So unlike when we just have only I will have only this one for touching from the end to the end. So that's not what we're looking for. But if you're okay with that, that's fine. Go ahead and do that yourself. This is what I think I want to do. So this is what we have on the Gmail clone. So you could see that, right? So you could see exactly. So if we're done with this now, we're done handling our mail category section. Now let's move into our mail section. It's where we have all these mails displaying alongside. All right, let's move into that. So we have the mails displaying alongside. So let's quickly do that quickly. So I think this is getting filled up already. So I need to create another category for this entirely. I'll create another category for this. So okay, so this is my main category ends here. What do we call this message section now? What do we call this? So let's call this let's give this section a name. What do you guys think? Let's give it a name. What name do you think we should give to these? Let's call it let's call it our email. Let's create a div first and give it. Let's call it our email container. So class name. Let's call this email container. So let me just type something. So my messages. Our messages come here. Messages come in here. Alright, so let's see. Good, so our messages come in here. That's what we're going to have. Our messages come in here. Good. So let's quickly move on and sort this out immediately. So what's the first thing you think we need to do? So the first thing to do is to create we need to create a data that stores these emails. We're going to create an array of objects that stores all these email in it, so that we won't need to it's going to simplify the process. That's what it's going to simplify the process. So let's create an array. Let's create an array of objects. So we quickly need to do that first of all. So I'm going to be creating. So instead of my component, I'm going to create a folder called data. All right, I'm going to be creating a folder called data. Inside data, what do I need to take it out of my component? So I'm deleting this. Sorry, I'm deleting this. So I'm going to put it outside of the component itself. New folder called data. Alright, so inside of my data now, I'm going to have in my email data. So let's call this email data. Email data. .js. So this way I'm going to have my arrays of data. So I'll explain why we're doing that. Export. Let's just quickly export and const email data. Alright, so I said we're going to have an array of objects. We're having an array of objects. So the first object is going to have this. After doing the first, I'm going to duplicate all that and change one or two things in it. First one, we're going to have this start. So let's make our start true. Alright, so from let's see, AK subject let's have a on it. So what we're doing is creating an object of arrays, then message would be would like to get more info. Alright, what time was it received? So let's say received let's do received. Let's do 7:30. And has it been read? Let's call this true for now. So I'm going to duplicate this, copy it, and just make changes, 1 or 2 things in it. Control copy. Sorry, this should be comma v. So the second one will probably change this to hello, and change this to the last one will probably be, let's have this as, let's say, okay. And can I get my design? Let's make this false. Let's change this time to 8:20. So good. So what we just did now was no, we don't need this again. So what we just did now was it's create arrays. Create an array of objects that store in our various mails. So the more this increases, the more we have content for our mail. So let's move. All right. So what you just need to do is copy down this, then duplicate as much as you can duplicate, and that is just all of it. So this is where we have created our email data. So these are the various data for the different mails we're going to be using for this section. Good. So what do we need to do next? Quickly, let's create so this is where our mail category ends. So we need to create let's create another div for our email container. All right, let's call that email container. Class name email container. So I'll try to be fast so that I will not spend too much time in this video. Email container. So this is where everything is going to come in. But before that, so we need to destructure this. Destructure this array that's holding each of these. We're going to destructure them now and get each of the object properties. We're going to destructure the array to get each of the object property. So let's do that quickly. So first of all, we need to import the email data first. So we need to import the email data first. So import email data. So since it's not a component, right? This is not a full component, so we're going to be importing it instead of a curly braces. So it's going to be like this: email data. Okay, fine. So good. I think with that we've imported our email data. Our email data is here, so we need to use. We're going to be using the map to destructure it. So it's going to be email data dot map. First thing first, second thing second. This comes in, then the next thing is what I'm going to put. Sorry, I did click now. I'm going to put our arrow function, then bring in this and drop it down like this. So inside of this we'll have curly braces for each of the object property. So the first one we have there is what do we have? We have start from subject. So we're going to have start, comma, from, subject. What else? Start from object, message received and read. So message received, then read. Things we need to do. Yeah, I think there's something wrong. There's something I'm missing somewhere which I need to correct. So why are we having this error here? Okay. What could that be? What could be the reason of that? What could be the reason? Everything seems to be in order. Everything seems to be in order. I think that, hold on. Everything seems to be in order. Am I missing something? I don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. Hold on, let me just put something inside here. Yeah, fine, I'm not missing anything. That's good. So everything is in order. Good. So everything is in order. Let me save this first. So APTR can help me set it up right. Okay, perfect. So I think it's okay like this now. So what we have done now was to destructure the array there. So you can see all the structured elements are unused, but they have not been used yet. They have not been called yet. So we still have something blank for now. So we need to get things inside of this first. So secondly, we need to create another component for our email item. So our email item will be like a div that would, our email item will be that div that will help us hold the various elements. For this particular mail. So I'm going to create another component called so let me just leave that div inside to avoid these errors first. I'm going to create enough here. Okay, so I'm going to create another folder, another file here. We'll call this email item. So we're going to, I'll explain what we're going to do with this one. Email item.jx. So good. So it's going to be from this email item that we'll be able to send out all our. So it's more like we're having a div that holds each of these mail item, each of it. Then it's going to, we're going to transfer the data from that. What we're going to do now is we're going to transfer data from here, from this structured array, to this mail item, to this email item. Then it's going to be displaying on the page and it's going to be saying on the page in the form you want it to come out. Like, so we're going to have multiple of those email items, but it's going to come through this component called email item. So just watch and see what we're about to do next. So so that's what I'm going to do. So first thing first, now I'm going to pass those various properties as an argument here. So I'm going to have style, or you could say as a props. I'm going to have start. We would have start. What else? Start from subject. We'll start from subject. Message. What else are we having? We're having receive. Is it? Yeah, received and read, right? I think so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Yes, perfect. So I think I was correct here. So that's what we're going to be having now. So what exactly are we going to be doing now? So in this case now, we will need to since we have this now, we're going to use this as our own good, perfect. We're going to use this as we're going to use this now to get this information displayed on this email item. Sorry, this is displayed on this our email item here. Sorry, Control Z. I'm trying to see if I could finish this on time. So okay, so let's quickly. So I'm going to import this email item first of all. I'm going to be importing this email item first of all into this mail area. So into this my email container here. I'm going to be importing first. So first thing first, let's bring in our, so I'm going to take off this. I don't longer need this div any longer. Sorry, I don't need this div again. What I would use now would be my, email item. Can you please show me email item? Oh no, so I need to go and import email item manually. Okay, so we're going to import our email item. Import email item, exactly. Good. So now I've imported our email item. Now those arguments that we have here is going to come in here. Now we're going to make good use of them here. So the first one we had was what? We had start. So what do we want to display on our start? We want to display the actual start property from that object we destructured with this map here. So we're going to have our start, exactly. So that means this would be what we display inside of here. So automatically now we have been able to transfer it, more like props now, where you transfer data. So I've transferred what we have here into, but I find what we have here, this start, now the information here, that means whatever is on this start, which is being through now. So I can find the data from this from here into this email item. So it is now stored here. So wherever we call out this start here, we're going to have what we have inside here. I don't know if you get my point. Good. So let's move from also subject comes in and message you just see this as transfer of data props. As received becomes what? Received hotness, exactly. Red becomes what? READ, red. That's fine. Good. So that's what I've been able to. I've done that now. So I'm going to save this. Perfect. So let's go to get down to this and work on this and do something about this. So quickly, what do we need to have inside our email item? What do we need to have inside of our email item? Quickly and quick. So we need to import our checkbox. Let's just get checkbox from here. Control copy, get checkbox from here and paste our checkbox here. We need the icon button also. Copy this icon button from here. Control C and paste our icon button here. We also need what we're trying to do exactly is to get all these. So we need these two here at least. Trying to get this checkbox and get this start button also. And we're trying to make it so that whenever we click on it, you can also have this effect on it. So what next do we need to bring in? Oh, hold on, let me just type in something here first. Let's see what we have. So you can see now. I don't know if you see what happened. So I just typed in I typed in the word there, and it's showing in 3 forms because our email data we have 3 various email data. Like we have 3 objects inside of this array. So whatever we type inside of this email item will be tripled depending on what we have here. So if this is 4, that means anything we type into this would come in 4 forms. I don't know if you get my point. So that's exactly what we're doing now. So let me go ahead and import those things I need to import. So I need to get the start button. Yes, exactly. Let's get start. Copy. I'm going to use this star for whenever it's selected, and this for when it is on it's on start. Okay, let's quickly move, guys. Start border. Copy and paste this here. Start border. What I think that's all we need. Fine. So I think that's all we need. So let's quickly get to work. So the first thing we're bringing in is what? Our checkbox. So checkbox. Checkbox. Let's look at this. So you can see now we have 3 of our checkboxes aligned for each of those mail that are going to come in for here. So checkbox have been sorted out. The next thing that comes in is our star. Our star will be inside of this icon button. But we need. I will just let me just drop 1 star first for now. I'll later put the right styling for it so that when I click on it, it shows the right color and shows what it's supposed to show. Don't worry, I'll sort that out. Don't worry. For now, let's just put something and my typing, please. So star for the icon for now. Sorry. Good. Okay, what next? What next do we need to bring in? So this is 1, 2. What else? What else do we need to bring in? So we have this. See, everything is falling in line. It's making sense. Okay, this now has to be from, right? So we need to bring in from. Now it's going to get scattered now. Watch. So we're still going to put in our styling to make everything look perfect or come out fine. So next we're going to have now is so what are we bringing in? We're bringing who the message is from. So you see now we are calling this from now. So from is going to pop up here. The next thing now is what? Create a div that is going to store our messages. So P that will bring it in here. So the subject first of all. Subject, then put a span tag on it. Span tag will hold what? Span tag will hold the main message itself. Span tag will hold the main message. Then we'll bring the last one for bring in the last one for what? For the time the message came in. What time did this message come in? All right. So definitely I was going to look at that because we need to have a lot of CSS to work now. So you can see, so we have these 3 different mails displaying. This is the first one, so the second one, this is the last one. And if you're seeing what's going on here. So good. So let's go ahead and style this. Let's quickly go and style this, man. Let's go and style this first. So what styling is necessary for what we want to do? What do you think? What do you guys think we need to do next? How do you think we need to come about this? How do we sort them out? Okay. So quickly let's go style our email item. So let's give this a class first. Let's give this a class and let's call it email item wrapper. Alright, email item wrapper. I'm going to copy it. Copy. Yes, CSS. Let me save this first. Sorry. Email item wrapper. Let's go, guys. Dot Control V. So what do you need? So first of all, let's give it display grid first. Display grid. Save first. Okay. Then grid template colon. Sorry. Grid template colon. We're going to be using minimum content for 1. Main content for the checkbox, main content for the star, main content to main content for the checkbox, main content for the star. Then we could have so after and star, what's the next thing? Okay, you have one main content for you, main content for you. So the whoever is bringing the name of the name, we'll give this let's put something first, then we'll sort them out later. So let's do 50px first. Do auto now should, well, I'm using auto because auto should have section for both the subject and the message itself. It's inside just one div. So the two of them will be in auto, then we'll have main content for the final one, which is our test. So let's see what it looks like first. Okay. So currently now this is what we have. Okay. The spacing between this is supposed to be too much, so I'm going to turn this to 100. I'm going to turn this to 100. So let's make this 100. All right. Perfect. So the spacing between them is fine. That's good. What's the next thing I need to do? The next thing I need to do now is let's give them a border top first. Border top can come and always come later. Let's okay. So there should be spacing between this and this section. All right. This is what I'm going to be doing. Let's do padding. Let's do padding of 0. So padding top and bottom is 0px. Then padding right and left 20px. Let's do this and see what we would have. Okay, so good. Let's spacing it. That's nice. What next comes in? Okay. About token is coming. Let's align center. Align center. Because I feel they are not on. So let's align items center. Okay. That's good. It's all in line. Good. So what next now? So we need to sort out at least these two. They need to be on the same line, right? These two need to be on the same line. So what do we do? How do we sort them out? So we need to. It's very simple. We'll just simply give them a class and style it. So where's my email item? So class name. What do we call this? Let's call this message wrapper. Yes. Why are you giving me error? Message. Call this message wrapper. So this is like where our messages are. So copy message wrapper, and we'll just display flex. That's just all I'm going to do to that. Control-V. Display what? Display flex. Fine. That's good. So why is this not in order? What's wrong with this? This should not display in this form. I'm coming. Did I do something? Hold on. No, this can't be the reason though. This can't be the reason, but I just want to sort this out first. Oh, that was the reason why. Okay, so so we got everything the way we wanted. Then one more thing. So we need to at least have our border lines on each of it. So we're not done yet too. We're almost done. At least we have our mail on ground. So for us to have our border lines, so I think it needs to come in every email item wrapper. So we have border top 1px solid light gray. All right. Perfect. So it's taking shape. It feels like it's it's coming up. It's looking a bit okay, but we're not done. We're not done yet. So what's the next thing we need to do? First thing, so we need to at least dim this one. So this message has not been read. So we need to see the difference between the message that has been read and one that has not been read. Then we should be able to select this and click and unclick. And at least those that have been starred should come out starred, and the one that is unstarred should come out unstarred. Then you get my point. So these are the two little things we need to do, which is there's nothing so much attached. Excuse me, there's nothing so much attached to that. So first thing first. So let's go back to our email item. Our email item is what we're going to do most of the job or most of the work. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to create. Yes. So we're going to use. We're going to bring in use state. We're going to bring in use state. So we're going to bring in use state. What we're going to do. We're going to use this state now to determine the current state of our star. The current state of our stars, and when the star state will be changed or something like that. Let's just use to determine the state of our star currently. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have let's remember use state is what we use in place of normal state component that we used to use in class component. So for us to be able to use a state in function components like React hooks, so you need to use use state for that. So so we're going to create a state. So let's call these what do we call this? What do we call this? But before that, before we bring in our state, let's attempt something first. So we're going to have okay, so that's fine. So we could bring, yes, sure. Let's bring it in now. So const, all right. So let's say star and set star. Sorry, star and set star. They are here. There should be star and set star. Set star. What do we have? So equals use state. And what's the value for our use state now? The value we'll use this information, we'll use this here to determine the value of our state. So currently now our state is starred. Alright, so our state is starred. So that means the value for this star is starred. Alright, are you guys in? So our state is starred. Good. So the next thing we need to do is come in here. So we're going to do if starred. So now, so we if so what we're doing now. So what would have done before would have been starred. What would have done before would have been starred. So currently now this is starred. So we're going to do yes if else statement. So we would have done if starred, display this in this form. If this, but now since we have stored this starred inside of this state called star, so there's no need putting up starred again. So we'll just go ahead and do star. So we're saying that if starred, now that's if it's starred, that means if we are selected star, like in this now image data, so these two are starred, it is true. Okay, let me make this false. Sorry, let me make this false. Let me make this false. So currently now, so it's saying if starred, display in so color, if else, display in what in the other color. So currently now, so this is if starred, what should happen? This is what happens if it's starred. Show us our star icon with a color. Our star icon is the one color. Yeah, the one that has the color on it, not the one that has the border color. The one that has color on it. So if it's starred, show us our star icon. Our star icon. This star shows our star icon. Let's give it a color. HTML color. So I've checked this color already. So we're going to be using hash F7 CB69. Alright. So if start this, else what should happen? Else just shows our normal star with border. It does not have any color in it, which is that's what we'll bring in our star border icon. I don't know if you understood what we just did now. So let me just save this first. Let's see. So you can see. No, sorry, that's not it though. What am I saying? Sorry. So this is what we're working on. So you can see now, because this one are already starred already, that's why it is showing in this color. This is starred. It's just this that is not starred. So you can see that this is white. Now, so the next thing we need to do now is to a case whereby, so you could see currently on what we're working with. So this now I can unclick on this and it changes back, and click on this, it becomes star. So we need to write a function for that. So when it's unclicked, when it's clicked, if it was this, change to this. If it was not this, change to this. That's what we're going to do now. Because currently now the thing is doing that, it's just displaying the information the way it is. So if it's starred, show us in a good color. If it's not starred, show us in this normal color. So that's just what it's doing now. So remember these two data were these two data were starred because they are true. That means they were starred. If I change this to false, now and go back to our page, we'll find out that let's reload this. Good. So you find out that this is no longer starred again because it's no longer starred according to the information it's getting. All right. So let's go ahead and write our function. Let's go ahead and write our function. Our function for this. Good. So let's go ahead and create a function that will handle our clicking. So let's go const change star. Change star. That will change our star to. So this normal arrow function. All right. So quickly we'll still pass the if else statement again. So star, which is the star we have there. So we are saying if start. So anytime you see star, it means if star. So if start, set star to false. So if it's starred, change the state to false. I don't know if you get my point. So currently now, those ones are already true. So if it starts, so I made a mistake now. It shouldn't be in curly braces. It should be in normal bracket. If starred, change to false. Else, what should happen? Else, set star to what? Set star to what? To true. Just very simple, as simple as that. That's just the thing we're passing as element. So what that means is that anytime I click on the button, where's my star? Where's my star? Are you wasting my time, star? Okay, good. So on click what? Change star. So what I'm simply saying is that whenever I click on this, whenever this action is taking place, if the state is true, change it to false. If it was false, change to true. As simple as that. So let's save and go back to what we have. So I think that refreshed already. So you see now currently it's false. So if I click on it, it should change it to true. This is true. If I click on it, it should change it to false. I don't know if you guys are getting it. Click on it, change it to true, change it to false. As simple as that. You get my point. So now I can always click and unclick, click and unclick and get that. Do you understand this? It's very simple, right? So let's move to the next thing. I think we're almost done. What is left? Okay, what's left is to So you can see the way the message is different from the way this is, and how an unread message should show. All right. So for us to have an unread message, let's go ahead and so this is what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and create a class, a styling for unread messages. So we'll do that. Unread. What should happen to unread? Let's font width bold. Font width bold. For the unread messages, the font width should be bold. So let's go back to email item. So you can see everything we're doing now, it's on email item. We just need to style once and it's going to repeat for other things. So that's where the map comes in to help us. Okay, so we're going to from, let's give this a class name. So we're going to quickly do this. So quickly. So it's very simple. I'm going to use this class name. So we're going to do not read. Let's have the class red. So if it's not red, this class comes in. If it's not red, this class comes in. But if this is red, then this would not function at all. So that's the same thing we're going to be using for this also. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it here. Ctrl V, paste here also, and paste down here. Ctrl V. I think that's just the places we want them to be. So what this is going to be like, anytime our messages are not red, we'll have this class showing, but if it's red, there won't be a need for it. So good. You can see, right? So we have made it bold. So because this one has not been red, so it will always be in this form. To be this thick, but once it's red, it's going to exactly. What else? I think one more thing you need to do is to make this message, make the message faint. The next thing you need to do now is just make the message faint. And to do that, it's very simple. What we just need to do is to give that one, give it a class, and just reduce the color of. Let's just give it a class and reduce. So very simple. What do we need to do? So message wrapper and span. So let's go ahead and style that. So I'm going to put that here. Dot message wrapper span. Good. So what are we giving it? So let's give it a color, right? Let's give it, what color are we giving it? Let's give it let's give it, let's make it let's make it dark gray color dark gray, and save. Let's see what we have. Exactly. So you can see this is what it looks like now. All right. So that's it for now. So you see, we have been able to create our mail section. We've been able to create the actual display of this Gmail content. So the next thing we'll do in the next video will be to make sure we have all these every of the buttons functioning the way they should function. If I click on this, take me to promotion page, take me to social page, and where I could actually view these mails also and set up every of these things, some of it to work. Or I'm going to handle, we won't handle all of it, so we'll set up some of them to work and work fine. So for now, this is it. This is where we're going to be stopping for today, guys. We're going to stop here. So you see, we can click and select on all these. So the next one will be to be able to get most of the buttons to be functioning perfectly well. All of these. So what I want you guys to do is that quick one. So you could see this ripple effect that we have here on all these buttons. So you're going to attach them to each of these. So go and import the icon button and attach them to each of these. So whenever I click on it, we can have that ripple effect. You can also attach them to these two and this. So whenever we click on it, we have that ripple effect. That's what I want you guys to do next. So that's it, guys.
Hi guys, finally we have ended up this side of the video. We're able to add our mailing section, the main section of this Gmail clone where we get our mails. We've done that, and that's where we're stopping for today. In the next video, we'll work on the functionalities of everything on this current page. You're looking at how to make those buttons. Whenever you click on it, what does it do? Different functions. We're going to work on that functionality in the next video. So thanks for hanging by. Subscribe if you're new to our channel. Please subscribe, like, drop your comment. Let's know what's going on. Say something about this video. Join the Nerdy Alliance community. Remember what I said in the beginning of the video. Join the community if you have not joined. And drop your comment. We'd like to interact with you and know what's going on. So see you guys in the next video.